Good morning. We're here at Oyster Lake again. It's Monday and we may get a few construction noises, but I hope that we'll be able to just listen to the birds chirp and just have a nice quiet practice today in stillness. It's Monday. I've spent a lot of time in gratitude, and I had the most wonderful conversation yesterday with a very dear friend of mine, and she was telling me how she spent a lot of time on the unemployment line lately trying to get through to talk to somebody about unemployment. She called many times. The last time she was on hold for a very long time, and she finally got through, and she spent the first couple minutes of their conversation just asking about this person on the line, wondering how they are. They must be so stressed out having to work, and she just expressed tons of gratitude. And I thought that was the most poignant and meaningful moment of gratitude I've heard in a very long time. Here in Santa Rosa, we've expressed a lot of gratitude to the workers, to the firefighters, the first responders that have saved many homes. It's just extraordinary to walk through the neighborhoods and see one house completely burnt, the other house saved, because the firefighters were able to get there and hose down the house and save it. There was a beautiful story of a woman who came to her home after the fire and it was completely gone. It was a rubble, and she spent hours sifting through and just covered in ash and finding nothing. And as she walked away, she saw a pile of her pictures there in the grass that a firefighter had actually come into the house and taken the pictures and laid them in a safe place for her. It's gratitude. We can walk through this life with either gratitude or not, and we can be kind to people or we cannot. And I choose kindness, and I choose gratitude every moment. So let's start this day with some deep breaths, some stretches. I've asked you all before, what is yoga? And today yoga for me is self-care, taking care of myself, checking in with myself, and breathing, just taking deep breaths. Yoga is not about competition. There is zero competition in yoga. There is zero judgment in yoga. It's about feeling good. So let's sit comfortably. That can be in hero's pose, that can be in sukhasana, that can be on a chair, that can be laying in your bed. Let's sit comfortably. Find a nice tall seat. Find your hips rooted in the earth, or your mattress, or your carpet, whatever it is. Just open your heart, sit tall, and breathe. Wake up in the morning, we usually lift our arms up and take that big stretch, maybe a big yawn. It's the body being intuitive. The body knows what it needs. The body needs that deep breath to get all the blood flow, to get our organs oxygenated. Take one more deep breath in, lift your fingers high, root down your hips, lift your core, lift your heart. Exhale, drop them down. Let's take our fingertips pointed away from us. Let your shoulders soften away from your ears. Let your sternum lift towards the sky. Exhale, curl your belly button in and look at your belly button. Breath in and breath out. One more, breath in and breath out. Let's gently do some neck rolls. As you exhale, tuck your chin into your chest, rolling one ear to the shoulder, lifting and inhaling, ear to the shoulder. Breath in and breath out. And let's go the other way. Breath in, breath out. Set our shoulders. Let's lift our our shoulders. Let's pinch our shoulder blades together and drop your shoulder blades in your back pocket. You might feel your arms are a little longer, your hands are a little closer to the earth. And the last muscle that we want to engage is lifting each corner of our mouth up toward our eyes and smile. Let's find child. Told you we were going to take it slow. Child, we're going to get up on our hands and knees. Go spread your knees a little bit wider than your hips. Bring your big toes together and sink your hips to your heels. The goal, if there is a goal, is just to soften your breath, soften your chest, kind of work your way, undulate, my favorite word, your chest towards the mat, and you'll find that your arms will lengthen. Gently let your forehead on the mat and breathe. Just simply breathe. You'll find that stretch of your shoulders. You'll find this is the time to be aware, to find all that tension where tension lies. It could be in your hips. So as you take a deep breath in, notice that your hips lift up just a little higher. As you exhale, sink your hips down toward your heels. As you inhale, maybe walk your fingertips a little bit closer to the front of your mat. As you exhale, soften your chest. Let's walk our fingertips to the right of your mat. Sink your left hip to your left heel. Stretch that whole left side body. Come back to center. Walk your fingertips to the left. Sink the right hip to the right heel. Take a deep breath in, send your fingertips forward, and exhale, chest towards the mat. Let's go ahead and tent our fingers. The fingertips are on the mat. Drop the forehead to the mat. Lift your elbows up. Exhale, drop them down. One more inhale, lift your shoulders up. Exhale, drop them down. We're going to rise up to cat to table. So bring your knees in a little bit more right under your hips. Your back should be nice and flat. Your fingers should be spread nice and wide to distribute the weight of your upper body. Your core is engaged. Your tailbone is jetting towards the heels. We're going to do some cat-cows here. Best spine opener in the world. As you breathe in, lift your heart, lift your hips, let your belly soften. Exhale, push that air out as you drop your tailbone, drop your crown of your head, and look at your belly button. Is that the best stretch ever? Breathe in and lift. Exhale and drop. Nice C curve here, taking out all the tension in your lower back and your neck. Breathe in and lift. Exhale, come down. Just a little cue here to get a deeper stretch. As you inhale for cow, isometrically just draw your hands towards your knees. You'll feel your core engage a little bit more. Exhale, drop your hands away from your knees as you drop your head down. Breathe deep. Exhale fully. Take our fingertips to the outside of the mat, your wrist towards the center. Let's rock our hips as we stretch the IT band and open up the wrist. Open up the palms of your hand because you know they're wrapped around either a phone, a glass, something they're wrapped around. Let's go ahead and take that left hand to the mat, right hand, the back of the hand goes to the mat. Just roll your wrist. Let's do the other side. Couple more cat-cows here. Breathe in for cow. Exhale for cat. Got to keep our left foot on the mat. We're going to take our right foot, the heel in line with our left knee, the right toes pointing away. We're going to open up our hips here. So as you exhale, push back. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, push back. Inhale, come forward. So what you're trying to do is open up that knee and open up the hip. So pushing back, the knee goes back. Coming forward, the knee comes forward. So we're looking at it kind of landing. We're going to try to get it to land towards the floor, on the floor, something close. Coming into a half frog is what we're doing. So let's try to inhale as you push back and exhale as you come forward. Just play with your breath, but with each movement, with the opening up of the movement, we're inhaling. With contracting, we're exhaling. There it is, landing, hovering. Come on in. And I invite you to see if that knee is going to come into the mat. And if it does, let your left hip soften, let your right hip soften, let your hip open up and breathe. So as that left hip is on the mat, put more effort into the right hip and see if you can press the right hip towards the mat. You know you're your best teacher. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. But if it feels like it might be an opportunity to open, or to become more aware, then do it. On your next breath in, lift up and push back. Just send that knee all the way back. You'll feel it open up the outer thigh. Come on in. Let's try the other side here. Check in with your body. How does everything feel? Let's take that left foot, bring the left heel in line with the right knee. Push back as you open up that hip. You're also opening up your side body too. I'm getting a nice stretch on my ribs. And look towards the earth there. That left knee is going towards the floor. Push back. Come forward. I'm going to inhale as I push back. Exhale as I drop forward. Inhale. Exhale. Look towards that floor, see if it's coming close. I invite you to let that left knee drop, let that right leg go long, and press your chest towards the floor. Soften your breath, be at ease, keep the right hip on the mat, and then encourage that left hip to go towards the floor. Keep your right leg nice and long, bring your left leg to join it. Your belly's on the floor. We're going to come up for a couple of cobras here. So we've got a frog and a cobra. Must be reptile day. On your breath in, take a lift. Fill your lungs, open up. Exhale, come down. Breath in, fill it again. Keep your elbows close as you lift. Exhale, come down. This next breath in, we're just going to open up those shoulders. So come about halfway. And just bring that right shoulder forward, left shoulder forward. Alternate, just seeing what kind of movement you have, what kind of range you're creating. Your right arm, take it off to the side, palms down. We're going to open up that right shoulder. So again, you're your best teacher. Come to where it feels good. We're going to press that left hand beside you. We're going to roll onto our right hip. So as you press that left hand, maybe walk those right fingers out a little bit. And as we roll on to our right hip, we're getting a stretch on that right shoulder. Breathe. Come down. Take that right hand beside us. Left hand goes long, palm down. As you breathe in, press with your right hand, lift up on that left hip. Right hip stacks over the left. And come back. Hands to the mat. Take a breath in, lift up to cobra. Keep on going. Lift your hips off the mat. Your arms are straight. Lift your heart. Child. We're going to come to a seated position. So however you get there, your hips to the left. Going to spread our legs nice and wide. Take a breath in and a breath out. Going to take that right hand on the inside of the right leg. Left arm goes up. Nice stretch. Breath in. Let's do it once more, pressing that right hand to the inside of the right calf. Go in and lift up. Continue to press as you rotate your upper body, your right lung towards the sky. Breathe. And come back. Let's do the other side. Left hand goes to the inside of the left calf. Right arm goes up. And one more. Breath in. You're pressing. You're using the leverage of that left hand to open up your heart. Bring our legs forward for Dandasana or staff pose. The legs are nice and long. The hips are on the mat. Toes lift up. Take a breath in and rise. Exhale and fold. It might not go far. Just press your chin towards the toes. You'll feel that stretch of that back leg. Inhale as you rise your fingers up. Let's do it again. Exhale. Maybe a little further this time. Breath in. And one more. Exhale. Let your fingers soften. Find your toes. Take a breath in. Half lift. Exhale and fold. Let's come into tree. Right leg comes in. Left leg is long. Breath in and rise. Exhale and fold. Let's take that right leg. Right leg long. Send that left leg into seated tree so the left foot presses into the right inner thigh. Inhale and exhale. Drop it down. Let's take both feet together, soles of the feet together. This is Baddha Konasana. Go ahead and grab those toes. Take a breath in and lift. Exhale and fold, chin toward the toes. Breath in, half lift. Exhale and fold.